As a parent, when something like this happens, what is it that we as parents can do?
That's not a real easy question to answer, because I understand the fear that comes along with something like this when it actually happens. But I think there are some things you can do leading into or ahead of as more of a prevention measure or a preparation measure as a parent. And that would be, don't be afraid to talk to your kids about this kind of thing. Obviously talking age appropriate, depending on the age of your son or daughter. But I think just talking to them about what the reality is, that yes, these things do happen, but they happen very rarely. And just because it happened in Florida, and there's a lot of news and a lot of stuff you're seeing on social media, the probability of it happening here today is still pretty slim. I think it's acceptable to talk to your kids about how they should respond in that type of a situation. If they hear of something, if they hear of a threat, hear somebody talking about doing something, how they should address that. And what we encourage, of course, is that they come and talk to a responsible adult about that. So they contact their parent, they contact a teacher or a counselor, or they contact the police. Really, the police department, are the only ones who are in a position to evaluate what that threat is. And that's a responsibility that we bear. As a kid or as a parent, it's extremely difficult to get to the truth when presented with that kind of information.
Mm-hmm. On it as students, as a student, what would a student do if, for example, they're in the park and they overhear something, or they're on social media and they see something that makes them think this could be a threat?
Again, the important thing is that they talk to somebody about it. When they see something or they hear something, it's very difficult for them to determine the validity of that threat, or whether that threat is real or not. Their adults that they're in contact with have a much better ability to do that, but even the adults are limited in what they can do, being able to track somebody down who may have made a comment or put something out on Facebook. Whereas we at the police department are in a much better position to do that.